And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Hardaway is out there with Anderson. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Scott, and it's Grant in at the power forward position. Knicks on offense. Harper kicks to Smith. That one bounces around and comes back out.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. It's blocked by Shaq. Grant the pass to Hardaway. O'Neal dishes to Anderson. No good on the three.
Kevin, just enough presence to bottle that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go.
That was a beautiful fadeaway. Knocked it down with the defender right in his grill.
Hardaway kicks to Shaq. Stolen by Ewing. Here's Harper. Lays it in off the breakaway.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Starks. Starks elevates for the dunk.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Tries from 10, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
The Magic trail by 4. To the paint. Stolen. Dishes it to Harper. High arcing shot. Anderson passes to Scott. Hardaway for 3. A strong defensive rebound by Ewing. The Knicks leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Starks. And the layup's good off the glass. Starks has got 6.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
From 11 feet away, Ewing's jump shot finds the target. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here's Ewing. Ewing nails the jumper from the baseline.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Williams is checked in for Oak. Bonner comes in for Smith. Davis is checked in for John Starks. And Anthony subbed in for Harper. Orlando also making some changes. Royal, he's checked in for Scott. Bowie comes in for Anderson. Shaw subbed in for Hardaway.
All right, let's go.
Now here's Anthony. Not a lot of room. He kicks to Ewing. Dunked down by Patrick Ewing.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Boy, blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Shaq down low. Davis is there. And Shaq with the slam.
cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Now here's Anthony. Davis dishes to Ewing. It's in there. Davis with the assist. Ewing's got 8 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for. These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Here's Bonner. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Pass to Bowie. Screen by O'Neal. There's the feed to Grant. With 1 on the clock. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Knicks leading by 9. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
Bonner is out there with Oakley. Then there's Harper. Then there's Starks. And it's Williams at the pivot spot manning the middle. They're the group New York will start the second with. New York shooting their first free throws of the night. First free throw is good.
Anthony Bonner taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Magic trail by 11. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. He drains the quick shot. Hardaway has got his second basket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Starks kicks to Bonner. Feeds to Harper. He dishes it to Starks. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Harper. The 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Scott the pass to Anderson. Launches a 3. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Scott.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Passes to Bonner. Kicks it to Starks. Uncovered, and he hits the jump shot. Starks has got 8.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And the dunk by Grant.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack. And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Smith checked in for Williams. Screen by Smith. Oakley with it. Now defended by Grant. And it's sent back by O'Neal. That's good. Smith's got his second bucket. The Magic trail by 8. Hardaway dishes to O'Neal. Oakley pulls down the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control. You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Oakley kicks to Bonner. Shoots the 3. A shot by Starks, no good. And it's Orlando's ball. 8-point game. Grant the pass to Hardaway. Starks with the steal. It's blocked by Shaq. They retain possession. Smith with a screen on Hardaway. Harper dishes to Smith. The second chance effort. That is good. Smith's got 6 points.
Well, they really cranked up the intensity, tracking down those loose caroms, stacking up second chance buckets in a big pile.
Yeah, and those hustle points are just another reason they're in control.
Patrick Ewing's checked in for the Knicks. The Magic also changing it up. Rollins checked in for Shaq. Turner comes in for Grant, and it's Royal in for Scott. Here's Hardaway, and he goes in for the dunk.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Williams, he's checked in for Oakland. Davis comes in for John Starks. And Anthony subbed in for Harper. The Magic also changing it up. Bowie comes in for Anderson. Shaw subbed in for Hardaway. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shaw, no good. New York leading by 10. Davis kicks to Williams. Soft touch off the glass.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Here's Shaw. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And the Knicks making a change here. Christie's checked in.
Magic foul.
The kids ready? All right, let's go.
1:37 left to play here in the second quarter. Anthony can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And he sinks the second.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficiently.
And, Kevin, that's a little taste of what can happen when the big guy takes it up strong.
Well, I guess he does have it in him, then, to get up off the ground when he needs to and rock it to the rim.
Yeah, you know, guys, he's never going to elevate that high, but he compensates and makes up for it with his height.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Got a piece of it. Hardaway with the steal. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. Outside Anthony. The dish now to Ewing. 1 second left. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Ewing's got 10 points.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how...
And we finished one half of basketball. Knicks lead by... as we begin the second half. First half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Patrick Ewing in this game so far, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Scott. Hardaway is out there with Anderson. Then there's Grant, and it's Shaq in at the 5. Roaming the paint.
Yeah, but just the second turn.
Look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here's Hardaway. Patrick Ewing picking up that last basket. What a fantastic look by Penny.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
New York leading by 10. Outside Harper. Pass to Starks. To the paint. Here's Smith. It's blocked by Shaq. Hardaway passes to Grant, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Now, here is Starks. 8 points for him. That drops.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Potter, he's checked in for Smith. Royal, he's checked in for the Magic. Shaw comes in for Hardaway.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Orlando making some changes. Turner comes in for Grant, and it's Bowie in for Anderson. Ewing against O'Neal. Fires for 3, and the basket by Shaw. Shaw's got his second basket of the night.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Fires the 3. Can't get it to go. The Knicks leading by 11. Harper kicks to Bonner. Howard down with both hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And the pass to Turner. Here's the 3. That's good. Turner's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Williams, he's checked in for Bonner. Davis comes in for John Starks. And Anthony subbed in for Harper. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Grant, he's checked in for Turner. Scott comes in for Roy. Anderson, he's checked in for Bowie. And Hardaway is subbed in for Shaw. Now, here is Oakley. Outside Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Williams has got his second basket of the game. The Magic trail by 12. Dishes it to Scott. Williams with the steal. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Hardaway from outside. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly. Oh, wow. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up. Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Shots good by Williams.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Anthony kicks to Ewing. The 10-footer. The shot, no good.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach.
Let's take them back.
Welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The Magic trail by 8. They've got Smith. Bonner is out there with Hubert Davis. Then it's Derek Harper. And it's Starks in at the 2 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
To the left side wing. Royal and Orlando again with the bucket.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harper. Got a hand on it. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over for the Magic. Scotty's checked in for Royal. Hardaway is subbed in for Shaw. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Harper against Hardaway. Smith with the basket on the assist by Harper. And that's now 8 points for Smith.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Anderson dishes to Grant. The 3. Anderson can't get it to go. The Knicks leading by 5. Hardaway with the steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And finished off by Scott.
Well, you talk about clutch plays, defensively and offensively. We saw both right there.
And the gap's narrowing right now, Clark. Every second from here on out counts. Neither team can afford to make mistakes. You got to manage the clock and play smart.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Here's Starks. Oh. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. John Starks really making a difference here.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Outside Harper, pulls up on the wing, and again it's New York.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Orlando trailing here. Hardaway up top, covered by Starks. The kick out to Scott. Grant outside. The 8-footer. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And the basket by Starks.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Hardaway kicks to Anderson. He feeds it to O'Neal. They grab their own miss, and Ewing sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. Hardaway passes to O'Neal. Shoots over Ewing. Ewing can't deny Shaq inside. New York calls timeout. .136 left in the fourth quarter. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man. A terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
And the shot is good. Hardaway has got it all tied up now for the Magic.
I guess he just needed a little break because since halftime, he's been raining triples.
New York calls timeout. Harper against Hardaway. Ewing gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Hardaway with the steal. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
Pass to Ewing. The baseline J. A terrific offensive performance by Ewing.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Hardaway for 3. Charles Oakley grabs the miss.
And it's still within reach.
Oh! Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Hardaway dishes to Anderson. Inside. Here's Shaq. No good.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Grant outside. Anderson outside. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number one. Getting going right now. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for Orlando, they've got Grant. Anderson is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Royal in at the three, the small forward. On the basket by Ewing.
Man, did they need those points, and I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
Well, unless they alter the defense on him, I mean, he should be the guy they go to. His height gives him a huge edge the way they're playing him now, so keep going to it until the defense adjusts.
Here's Harper. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Harper's got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Here's Royal. He kicks it to Grant. Anderson outside. 5 to shoot. From deep. Patrick Ewing comes up with the rebound. Ewing's got his third rebound tonight. To the paint to take the lead. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Some good numbers for Patrick Ewing tonight. He has 20 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
Turner's checked in for Orlando. Bowie comes in for Anderson, and he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Yeah, that's a big miss right there. Now only a 1-point lead. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 1. 1:30 left to play in the first overtime.
Putting you in. Let's go.
Well, overtime basketball, 1.5 minutes played so far. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second for the Magic. Scott comes in for Turner. And it's Anderson in for Bowie.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Outside, Scott, the feed to Grant. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high-pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
And it's Smith penetrating. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Scott. Here's Hardaway. He nails it. And we're tied up.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He's going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And it's sent back by O'Neal. But they get it back. Feeds to Harper. Smith left side. Outside, Davis from past the arc. Buries the triple.
That bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop can seal the deal.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're losing by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Guys, what's your take?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
You had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
So a close game sees New York take this one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came out in the extra period.
Yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once we got into overtime.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, Jordan presents your Player of the Game.